They were hitting on all cylinders. Yeah, quarterback was hot, and receivers made plays downfield, and it was impressive. Yeah, we're gonna regroup. We're gonna refit, retool, and get back to work. More opportunities ahead of us.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. It's our Out of the Blue segment. Tom Crawford, I've waited as long as I possibly could.
I know.
To do this segment. It's
painful. Nearly
halfway through the show. How did Penn State pound this Michigan defense for 506 yards in a payback is hell triumph?
I guess they're hitting on all cylinders. I'll tell you what, though, this one was on the defense. My God, he gave up 506 and half passing, and half on the ground. Saquon Barkley is so fast. Second play goes 69 yards. Trace McSorley, I didn't realize how fast he was. Yeah. Those two guys, it was like a two-man fast break. They each scored 3 touchdowns. And then the seventh, flipping over on the offensive side, yielding 7 sacks. This one was not on John O'Korn, in my opinion. Actually, he played better than in the past, but less than about 103 yards rushing. It was just a perfect storm. You saw it coming. Even with the 21-13 deficit at halftime, he just could feel because Penn State had just scored, Jack, right before the half. Yeah. You just knew it was coming, and it was just a payback. It was a flat-out payback from last year in the Big House.
Said, how many times do you think Tom Crawford is going to see that juggling catch as we get close to the Heisman ceremony? You know a little bit about Heisman winners with Mark Ingram at Alabama. Right. You're going to see that play all the time. It's kind of like the perfect 10.
Well, I'm glad it happened against Michigan. You know, I think very much so, and we should see it over and over.
I mean, I think Saquon's better than Dalvin Cook, don't you think? Because that's what Michigan had to deal with. I think that's a very good comparison.
How about Ezekiel Elliott? Is he better than Zeke?
I like Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, and that's who tore up Michigan last.
Dalvin Cook was a special running back.
So, I mean, those guys are both potent, and Michigan was extremely vulnerable to.
Cody, Penn State has had bigger wins, not many, en route to pair of national championships in the 80s, but this was about as joyous as Happy Valley has ever been in revenge. And we were saying last night, we were sitting over at Steakhouse Philly, and the idea was that Penn State wasn't competing with Michigan, they were competing with Notre Dame to see who could score more points in that game.
Right, yeah, well, they were definitely happy last night, but we talked a little bit about this. I wonder if this was a bigger win than the last year's win over Ohio State. Ohio State ranked number 2. They got vaulted into the Rose Bowl with a win like that last year. There's a lot of games left to play this year.
Right.
So I know they were having fun last night at your expense, unfortunately. But
yeah, I was happy too.
That's a pretty good team.